Hey guys, it's Hunter. Welcome back to another video. So this is the PRS SE Starla. It's an affordable PRS single cut. That's dope already. And PRS guitars usually have a very distinctive look. Bright colors, highly figured tops. Now this Starla takes a slightly different, more retro approach, and it's awesome. Let's take a closer look. So, holy fucking shit, this year started off great. First, Matt Hafey, and now my friend Chris Robertson of freaking Blackstone Cherry on the channel. And man, the dude can fucking play. Huge thanks to him for taking the time to lay it down for the demo track. That chicken picking, man, unreal. And if you've never heard of Blackstone Cherry before, holy shit, check him out. All of links in the description that you need to watch after this video. Now, Chris was actually playing an S2 Starla, and that's because the SE is only a recent addition to the Starla family. It's always kind of been an underrated PRS model ever since the core version originally launched in 2008, right? Because PRS is known for having really colorful, really modern, really flashy tops. Starla, though, had a very different vibe, vintage, stripped down. That made it perfect for the bang-for-buck American S2 line when it launched in 2013, and the Starla was part of that original lineup where it had a solid run until 2018. And then at the end of 2019, PRS announced it was back, now more affordable than ever, part of the Import SE lineup. And when I saw it at the PRS booth at NAMM 2020, I was like, damn, that's cool, definitely need to demo that. Man, early 2020. Remember that? We were so young, so naive. Thought we could just get our hands on any guitar at any time. Thought worst case scenario would stick to the old adage of NAMM, not available, maybe May. Little did we know that would mean May like 2 years later. This whole thing has been so surreal, man. My unrelated musings aside, PRS finally had one become available and it was worth the wait. Massive thanks to them for sending it over for us to check out together and for sponsoring the video. So the Starla is very much an old school vintage style single cut, but with that PRS signature approach. It's like Paul's the pen pineapple apple pen guy of guitars. Vintage style single cut, PRS approach, Starla. Can you believe PRS has sponsored this video? So let's talk specs. Mahogany body, mahogany neck, rosewood fingerboard with these amazing bird inlays, no big surprises there. Something I was really impressed with straight away was PRS has gotten so good at rounding the fingerboard edges the last couple of years. It's immediately noticeable when you pick it up because it is so comfortable. This is a guitar that's 700 bucks new, but these rounded edges help it feel high-end. The SE Starla currently comes in two colors, black with the tortoiseshell pickguard and this powder blue, which I absolutely love. It adds to the retro vibe. I believe this color was inspired by mid-50s Ford Thunderbirds that also came in a similar powder blue, but that's just speculation on my part. Either way, fantastic color that works so well in this context. Unlike a regular PRS single cut, all the controls and pickups are mounted to the pickguard rather than there being rear axis control cavities. The body shape is also slightly different to your normal PRS single cut. You know, like they got this angle up here. The body top carve pattern is slightly different to the shallow violin carve. They're transferring more and more of the SE models over to, like the Paul's guitar, the Custom 24, the Holcomb, and the body is also thinner than, say, an SE Tremonti. It's only about 1.5 inches thick, so if you're someone that likes the look of single cut guitars but find a lot of them are just so fucking heavy, the Starla might be the solution. The neck is a wide, fat shape, so it's a rounder 50 style, and then the fingerboard has that PRS signature 10-inch radius. So rather than being a singular, inspired by take on any one particular guitar, it combines a lot of features from different instruments from the 50s and 60s. One of the biggest spec differences between this and the S2 that Chris was playing is that the SE unfortunately has no Bigsby option. Now, somehow I still have yet to play a guitar with a Bigsby. For whatever reason, they don't seem to be the tremor choice for metal guitars, but Bigsby's look so cool, man, and they add to the retro vibe. If they decide to add a Bigsby to the SE later down the line when supply chain clears up, I would be so into that. For now though, we have a Grover bridge and tailpiece combo, which I guess explains the small bridge post instead of the big post we normally see on import models. Low-key, did not know Grover did anything besides tuners, but can confirm they make a nice solid bridge. Then PRS designed tuners, which feel solid too, and a graphite composite nut. I'll be honest with you, I've had mixed results with tuning stability on SEs. The last couple though, this and the SE Custom 2408, perfect. No problems. Now, I was quite curious about these pickups going into the video. They're PRS DS02 treble and bass pickups, DS standing for dual slug. And they do kind of look like bare knuckles, who have brought new popularity to this kind of pickup look, and that's something some of you pointed out in the unboxing video. And in fairness, they do look like modern high output pickups, but that's not what they are because, well, not that we wouldn't enjoy that on this metal focused channel, but that would make very little sense in the context of this retro focused instrument. Still wasn't sure exactly what to expect from these pickups. I guess something along the lines of classic PAF. Warm, mellow sounds, you know, vintage single cut shit. But nope, they're surprisingly bright and twangy, which is awesome. It's a very distinct feel and sound. In a market dominated by everyone's affordable take on the same 59 style single cut, the PRS Starla is a welcome breath of fresh air. Again, goes back to what I was saying about combining different elements rather than just being PRS's direct take on any one particular instrument. You can also split the pickups using the push-pull tone control, and I always appreciate when you can split the pickups. Extra versatility, why not? Split sounds are great for cleans, and it gives you even more twang should the situation require it. Personally, I guess I would have preferred if both the volume and tone pots were push-pull so you could split the pickups individually. Maybe it was done this way because coil splitting does give you that volume drop, so if you do a universal control, you can keep the volume consistent between the pickups when you're in coil split mode or in full humbucker mode. I don't know. What I do know is that PRS always does things intentionally. Nothing is really done randomly. There's always some thought behind every design decision. I just don't know what it was in this case. This particular PRS demo unit had no dings, no tool marks, no scratchy frets. The one thing I was concerned about initially is that the lowest string saddle had been maxed out, so if it was getting any intonation problems with the notes going sharp, there was nowhere else for it to go. Playing it though turned out to be a non-issue, so removed, no worries there. Alright, final thoughts. The Starla was not the guitar I thought it was going to be from the pictures. You know, I thought retro single cut, I played a ton of those, I love those, and this is a retro single cut, and I do love it, but it's not the same flavor as anything else that I've tried, at least from the other major brands. And I truly mean that in the best of ways. I don't know how else to say it besides that all these familiar elements combine into some sort of retro single cut PRS Megazord. Shout out to my fellow 90s kids whose nostalgia was just triggered with that reference. Something else I've noticed about PRS SE guitars in recent years is, well, they just feel more alive. There's just something about import guitars sometimes where they just feel kind of soulless, emotionally unavailable maybe. And you still get that with some brands where they have some outrageous specs, but the soul just isn't there. But the current trend with PRS SEs, the Custom 2408, the new Zach Myers signature, they had soul. And it's really awesome to see in the context of everything going on that's made manufacturing quality control a monumental nightmare. This Starla is a continuation in that soul-filled direction. So, those are just my thoughts. I'd love to know what you think about the PRS SE Starla in the comments down below. Massive thanks to PRS, to Luke Kramer, to Connor, to Chris Robertson, and of course shout out to all my wonderful patrons whose names are on the screen right now for supporting the channel. If you want to grab bonus extras, you can do that by joining as well. Signal chain, social media, merch, and Discord server links are in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching. You've been awesome, and I'll see you for the next video.